Hey everybody, Z with ZandGEmporium with a few updates, news and notes regarding ZandGEmporium and just life in general. Life in general first, I am having my second child here in a few days. It's actually less than 2 weeks away, the first week of September. Now, for the consignment service, there are a lot of people sending a lot of cards to us. We have built such a, good team and being very efficient here and learning a whole lot of ways to just be better as a company that it's really not going to have any effect on the actual business. So even though I am going to be out an indefinite amount of time, just, how this whole thing goes, babies, anything can happen. It's a whole process in and of itself. It's never just by the book. Nothing's going to change. I mean, the only thing I could think of changing is that maybe if you guys email me personally to my email, it might take a little longer for me to respond, but otherwise, still business as usual. And this is a testament to our whole team that I've been able to build here. Cam, Brian, Zach, and now Robin, who is here just part-time helping us pull orders. But yeah, there's just a whole lot of efficiencies and just the way we built this business is that now, I've actually probably only worked 20 hours a week the past couple weeks. I probably only work next week 10 hours. And then there'll just be one day that I come in next week. And then there's the baby and who knows from there. But everything's gone just fine. It's actually kind of crazy that I feel this comfortable leaving for a little bit. But I'll still be in the office occasionally, still be opening the boxes and making sure everything's there and taking, inventory of everybody's stuff. Still be doing the payouts. I'm going to talk about payouts in a little bit, just a little change to that as well, and just an explanation of why it's changing the way it is. But let's just start with a few, other than that note, having a child this month in September, we're going to have a few other promotions for you guys. Just another note, though, before, going into the actual consignment thing about news, Cam will actually be in Collecticon in Charlotte. We're sending him there on behalf of ZandGEmporium. I can't go because, baby, it's who knows. But hopefully next year, me and Lauren and the kids with an S now will be able to go to a few Collecticons. I went to last year's Long Beach. That's the only one I've actually been to, but it was fun and I really want to try it again. But he will be there, so say hi to him and hopefully he can make a lot of connections there. Now, talking about the actual consignment service, talking about promotions. Now, we had this month a promotion of 8.9% flat fee if you send a card and it auctions off and it goes for over $1,000. Now, it's been very popular, so we're going to extend it indefinitely. I don't know when it'll end, but we're just going to extend it indefinitely. I said when I offered that, I said, if you guys support it, we'll keep it or we'll extend it. And that's what we're going to do. This whole business is built off you guys. It's not, I can build the brand, I can build the, customer loyalty, I can build the infrastructure, the office and the employees and whatnot. I can build everything, but really it's all, nothing is without your guys' stuff being sent in. And the more you guys send, is the more we can continue over the next few years to make this the absolute best service possible. Not only just service, but actually price. And, throughout the entire history of me making ZandGEmporium, this company, since 2017, I started out with buying stuff and grading it and always being the lowest priced on eBay. I undercut everybody every time. Then we went to box breaks. I was the lowest price, unweighed vintage boxes, booster pack prices. Nobody beat us. Then we went to graded gem. Nobody beat us on price. That was the first thing I asked when they asked me to become the, U.S. hub to be able to take your guys' middleman, not consignment, but, middleman to get your cards graded at PSA. We were the lowest there. And now we've been working for the last 2 years, and it has been 2 years. In September is when I started, September 2021 is now almost September of 2023, been 2 years, and we have, let's get into it. First of all, we're keeping the promotion of over $1,000, 8.9%. But if you have an even more expensive card, if you have a $5,000 card, and I know there are a lot of people that don't have $5,000 cards, but we have had surprisingly quite a bit of over $5,000 cards in this month of August running this promotion. So if you have over that $5,000 card, we are going to be the lowest priced on earth. It's going to be 4.9%. You send in your $5,000+ card, 10,000, whatever it is, 4.9%. There isn't, Probstein, who is a lot of people use for their high-end stuff, is at 5%. We're going to beat them. For like, if you're talking like PWCC or Golden or Heritage or a lot of other consignment places on eBay, 4.9 is not even close. The gap. So, sending your high-end stuff. We really would enjoy it. Your high-end TCG. And like I said, I've said this before and I've said it again. We're trying to be that TCG. We're not sports focused like everybody else, all these other big players. They're all sports and they'll take TCG as I say because it's a dollar sign. It's more profit. We don't take sports. We just take TCG and we are focusing on that and trying to build that as big as possible. So over $5,000, 4.9% flat. Over 1,000, 1,000 to 5,000, 8.9% flat. Now, a lot of people say, hey, I don't have $1,000 card. I don't have a $5,000 card. I have like 50, $40 cards to sell. And, and we do get a lot of those. Our average price or average selling price is like, I don't know, $80 to $90 out of our 1,000, a week. It's like $92, I believe. It's like we sell 1,200. So the average card that we sell is under $100. And a lot of people send 20, 40, 100 cards at a time. How can we help them? Well, what we're going to be doing is something else that I don't believe anybody else is doing, just like the 4.9%. I don't think that's anybody else on earth is doing that. We're going to be offering a shipping rebate. Now, this is kind of a hidden cost that a lot of consigners don't really, you put, hey, here's my rate, but you still got to get the package to the person. So we're going to be offering a 25-cent per card rebate up to $25. Now, is that going to help someone who sends in 2 cards? They get 50 cents. Probably not. Who cares? But, the average person who sends to us usually sends like 30 cards, 60 cards, 100 cards. They're, the bigger guys. If you send 100 cards, you can fit 100 cards, definitely, in a large flat rate priority mail box. Even if you do signature required, on that box, it costs like $22. You'll get $25. You're actually going to make $3 on something like that. If you send in 60 cards, which absolutely can fit in a medium flat rate box, you'll get $15. It costs $14 to ship that in the US. If you ship us 20 cards, you get $5. You should be able to put in a USPS Ground Advantage box, 20 cards. You should be able to spend between $8 to $11. So probably about half of your shipping cost will be covered by us. So that's something that we're going to be offering. All this stuff is going to be offered at the beginning of September. So when you're seeing this, it's probably going to be the end of August. You will be seeing this or close to the end. Now, I could be releasing this the very beginning of September 1st, but, there are people that ship cards and it takes a week to get to us. Plus, we're so close to having, a baby could happen at any point, right? So I just want to make that video out here and get this out to you guys. So our whole goal in the next few years, it's taken 2 years, but I believe we're the lowest of $100 to $250 cards on eBay. There might be, there's always players that I don't really know about, but for the most part, I think we are the cheapest at that level. We are now definitely the cheapest, over $5,000. We are probably the second cheapest on earth for over 1,000 and 8.9%. And we're doing a shipping rebate, which I don't think anybody does. On top of that, we are definitely the cheapest to get your raw cards graded at PSA, Beckett, or CGC, and then get them auctioned off on eBay. Nobody matches our prices. They're not even close, Like, for example, PWCC does the same thing as us. They can get your cards graded at CGC and then sent, directly to auction. They charge $12 a card. We charge $8.99. I mean, it's not even the same hemisphere. We charge like $14.75 for PSA flat. People are charged, So our whole goal, and this is all built on you guys, send in your stuff. The more you send in your stuff, the more we can work on getting those efficiencies down or getting those efficiencies up and get those prices down to you. So it's all about you, and I'm trying to make it as absolutely as cheap as possible for you guys, as well as just keeping the service level as high as possible. So, there's in business, they say you can either be fast, cheap, or good quality. And there's a possibility to be all three. And we're trying to, over the next next few years, to absolutely have those three. Now, one thing I want to end with, I should probably put the not so great news at the beginning of the video, but it's not terrible news. Basically, the payout structure. We pay out on Fridays. The auctions end Sunday. People take usually about 5 days to pay stuff on it. I mean, so a lot of people pay in the first day, but then some people pay the second day, third, and it takes the fifth day, and it takes all those times to scan, the next week's cards and put on the titles of the next week's cards, and then list the next week's cards, and then ship all those 1,000+ cards during the week. And it's about done on Friday. And what I've been doing is I've been, then putting out all the data, doing all the polls from the database, all the back end stuff that you guys don't really care about, but basically pull a report from eBay, match it to our SKUs, our item numbers that are on our spreadsheet, and pull a report that tells people, hey, here's what we owe you. Here's what every single card sold for. Here's what the fee is on every one, and here's what to pay you out. Now, our company is structured to where literally, everybody in the company can list. Everybody is listed before. Everybody in the company can ship. Everybody shipped before. Everybody can pull orders. Everybody can scan. Not everybody can title, but Cam can title. I can title. Brian would have to be trained, but Zach hasn't titled, but he could be sent the scans of the cards and he could title it because he's been in this for a long time too. So everybody can, almost everybody can actually title the stuff, but I am the only one who pays out. That's it. Nobody knows how to enter in the bank accounts, the Wise accounts, the PayPal account, the crypto. Sometimes we pay out in crypto. It's not my favorite, but some people just, they really want to do that. And I say, hey, you can, but it's going to take a while because I do it individual transfers and takes whatever. The point is that I am the only one that sees your guys' bank accounts, that sees your guys' ACH data, data, that sees your guys' PayPal stuff, that sees what's owed to you. So if on Friday, that one day, I'm either on vacation or, I'm sick or there's a family emergency or there's something that happens in the house, I have to be, anything that happens, nothing literally can happen on Friday or else you guys don't get paid. So it's been a very stressful time. And especially now with a kid, I'm going to be pushing it back one business day, which, that's industry speak for actually 3 days because it's moved from Friday to the next Monday. But a lot of the stuff we send, ACHs and wires, that stuff is hitting the next business day anyway, so it's not really going to be much of an effect. Now, if you guys, it's like, hey, I just really, 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 really need the money on Friday instead of Monday. I have an emergency and I need it. You can reach out to me. We can at least send, what I think's going to be it and maybe not pay it all, but, something like that. But the way the business is run, it has to be done this way because at this point we're getting so big that I can't just hey, reliably say every single Friday I have to be the only one and I haven't just had the time or the expertise of training someone to handle the numbers, be in bank accounts, gather in personal information, and really have I don't really feel good about putting the pressure on somebody else to do that as well. You enter in $4,200 instead of $2,400 to pay out. That's, all of a sudden that's a lot of money. And, we try to automate as much stuff as possible with this stuff, but some of the stuff just has to be manual. So it will be pushed a few days, from the Friday and a day until Monday. So that'll give me the whole weekend at least if something happens to be able to get your guys' stuff put out. I mean, just for example, we went to Disneyland in June. You guys probably noticed was it the beginning of June? I believe, yeah, the first week of June, end of May. Some of you on that, it's particular Friday, I think I remember saying, I got emails saying, are you paying out today? Are you paying out today? And a lot of you got payments at 11 p.m. almost midnight my time, Pacific time, which means some of you on the East Coast probably got paid at 3 a.m. and probably what is going on? Why is it so late? Well, it's because I was just taking a vacation, and it was Friday, and I just had to, find good Wi-Fi and figure it all out. So that really helped with the process. And if there are people who we might lose because we're taking a couple more days over the weekend to get it, I understand. But hopefully our service is excellent enough, our rates are excellent enough, and we're building towards something better, and hopefully make that a lot less in the future, to where that's something that you guys can swallow. But yeah, that's about it. 15 minutes in, long video. I didn't think it'd be this long, but yeah, onward and forwards. A lot of fun stuff going on, and yeah, it's gonna be a change, but to you guys, probably won't be much of a change. But hopefully, make a video here in the maybe next month update for October. Wow, I'm already tired of this. That's not good that I'm already tired, and I haven't even had a baby yet. And we'll see how it goes. So thank you again for submitting. Appreciate it, all of you, and we'll talk to you again soon.